Hi team, I want to talk to you about experiencing a lack of motivation when you're feeling really fatigued. Many ladies message me and ask me how can they overcome this lack of motivation, this lack of drive when they feel so tired and they feel so run down, but they still want to be able to manage their health. Now, as a mother, we always feel like we're burning the candle at both ends. We're often dealing with everybody else's needs, we're getting up for our children throughout the night, and then we're also getting up every day and we've got our own tasks and to-do lists and possibly our own career that we need to manage. And so as our fatigue increases, of course, our motivation and our drive dwindles. Now, there are four main things that lead into the human battery. So the things that impact your fatigue and your motivation are your sleep, how much sleep you're getting, your hydration, how much water you're consuming on a daily basis, your nutrition, the food choices that you're making, which becomes even harder as you become more fatigued, and then also how you're managing your stress. Because of course, if our thoughts are ruminating, it can take off a lot of mental energy. Now, as a mum, we have control of 3 of the 4 of those aspects. Okay, so we can control our diet, we can control our stress, and we can control our hydration. However, we can't necessarily control our sleep. If we have very young children, of course, it's always going to be broken. And sometimes we have children with greater needs and we're getting up to them, even though they might be older. So the sleep is something that fluctuates. If you can at least control your nutrition, your hydration, and your stress management, you'll find that your energy will increase drastically. Now, what I find as a health coach is that the problem is that people become more fatigued, as they become more tired, they become more impulsive with their food choices. When you're not planning your meals, when you're not creating healthy food in advance and you're eating on the fly, this has a big impact on your gut health, which of course impacts your mental health. It impacts your energy because your body's just lacking nutrients, and it also impacts your mental well-being because your body is taking a hit. So poor nutrition really leads to excess fatigue and more stress on the body. Now, the thing is that when you're feeling fatigued and you're lacking motivation, you have to start to weigh up and think, okay, what activities are worth my time and the effort? And food prep and meal planning is definitely one of them. As a result of making better food choices, you're always going to be less stressed. You're able to eat on the fly and you know that you can still be fueling your body right. You're going to have more energy and you're also not going to be stressed about what you're consuming from day to day. You're going to sleep better and you're going to have better mental health. So meal planning and food prep is a habit that should never slip away when you're fatigued. It's something that you should always prioritize, and it also saves you time in the kitchen and saves you time stressing from day to day around what you're going to provide the kids or the family. Water intake goes with that. So if you're able to consume at least 2 liters of water, what you'll find is it will flush out the toxins, it reduces your brain fog, it's going to increase your energy, and it's also going to keep you feeling fuller for longer. A lot of people mix up the feelings of hunger with hydration. Exercise, however, is one of those things that when you start to feel fatigued and you're feeling really drained, you want to try and peel it back. So don't expect yourself to be breaking any records. The idea of just getting outside and doing a brief walk with the kids, getting some fresh air, is really good for your mental health. It reduces stress from the body and also clears brain fog so you can think clearly. When you're in a better state of mind, you can be less impulsive with your food choices. So moving your body in some form is better than not doing anything at all. Now, what I recommend if you're feeling really fatigued is putting off some tasks around the home. The priority of doing the washing every day, you might want to cut it down to 2 days a week. Or maybe you're going to decide that you're only going to do the floors once a week because you're feeling tired that week. That's okay. You don't have to be living in a display home 24/7 all year round. It's not possible, and when you're feeling fatigued, don't put that pressure on yourself. Focus on the habits that are going to make you feel better about yourself at the end of the day, which is just moving your body in some form and being on top of your food. And as a result of slowing down and taking a bit of a break, you won't be putting so much pressure on yourself and feeling so fatigued, and then hopefully you'll have a chance to reset. So when you're lacking motivation as a result of feeling tired, I recommend you to assess what's in front of you and think, okay, what really requires my effort today? What's going to have the biggest impact on increasing my energy and making me feel good about myself? And what am I going to focus on getting through? And what am I going to focus on putting on the back burner and dealing with later?